And there we go.
Spinning around one final blocker.
Oh, what a move to get around.
Going from 0 to gone.
Oh, man, that was gorgeous.
Oh, and a juke back to the end. That was beautiful.
And that's our game.
This is Rosebuds Regional All-Stars. Los Anarchists, our Killer Queen, Mischievous, 066, Pippi Long Stomping, 07 Minor Threat, 11 Fluffernutter, 15 is Viper, 26 is Pigeon, 3006 is Pocket Sand, 32 Scandalous, 33 Rainbow Crash, 711 Punchline, 75 The Abinator, and 97 Harm Alarm. For Rose, we have 011 Honey Basher, number 1 Frostbite, 149 Avery Phylactic Shock, number 19 Gwen Reaper, number 21 Lucky Harms, number 211 your team captain Pop Tart, 222 is LL Cool Slay, 25 Rolling Thunder, 26 Bleeding Tart, 45 Zombie Basher, 56 Ludini, 701 Kung Fu Skinny, 74 Dynamite, 88 Decoy, and number 9, last but not least, is Pandemonium. Here we go. Ludini and Killer Queen jamming. Ludini working that LA defense at the front, slips past and takes lead jammer status. Killer Queen working through. Kung Fu Skinny, last line of defense. And that's a tough one indeed. Forced to the inside. And the chase back. Killer Queen steps past Kung Fu Skinny, but Skinny managing to get back to the front. Meanwhile, Ludini has put 4 points on the board. And Killer Queen is out and on the initial pass. Pack is on the move. Ludini puts another 2 points on the board and calls it. We have Rainbow Crash and Rolling Thunder at the line for Jam 2. Los Angeles with 1 blocker standing in the box. All right, rolling whistle, bringing us back to roller derby. Rolling Thunder hammers right to the front, goes down but is through his lead jammer. Rainbow Crash working it at the back. Rolling Thunder, though, heads now to the box. So this is a power jam for Los Angeles. Mischievous, I believe, heads to the box on a back block. Meanwhile, we've had a star pass. 066. Pippi Long stomping now with the hat. Trying to get past Lucky Harms and company. Frostbite now engaging. And then Gwen Reaper. Rolling Thunder circling back. Hops through and takes another pass for Rose. Both teams right now locking down their defenses. Los Angeles with a tough tripod and Rolling Thunder trapped in the middle of it. But here comes some offense from Lucky Harms trying to clear the way. Second half of that jam was just held to 0, but Rose takes 4 points out of the first half. Oh, sorry. I take that back. Make that 6. Harm Alarm and Bleeding Tart at the line representing their teams. Penalty box is clear. Bleeding Tart quickly through, takes lead jammer. Harm Alarm hammering at the front. Kung Fu Skinny showing us once again that Kung Fu Skinny means business. But Harm Alarm through, and now on the initial pass. Rosebuds with the call off just in the nick of time. We have the Abinator and Pandemonium at the line. Once again, we have a clear penalty box, so both teams at full strength. Decoy tries to create some offense, but Los Angeles able to reset their defense. Pandemonium working with them at the front. Meanwhile, the Abinator working the Rosebuds defense at the back. One Los Angeles skater bridging. Now Pandemonium able to break free on the initial pass as lead jammer. And we've got a star pass with Los Angeles. Now Pandemonium with the star. From the ground, a call off just in the nick of time as Los Angeles approaches. Los Angeles put some points on the board. Excellent. 2 points on the board as we lead into Jam 4. Minor Threat and Avery Flactic Shock at the line. Avery Flactic Shock steps over the side and is through his lead jammer. Minor Threat working the tough defense. Avery Flactic Shock flies past. Another 4 points for Rose. Minor Threat, though, now out on the initial pass. Minor Threat now flying, trying to slip past. Stopped and forced out, despite the fact that there are definitely going to be points on the board for Los Angeles after that. Avery Flactic Shock now re-engaging at the front. Great display of defense right now. One last defender trying to take out Avery Flactic Shock, but Avery Flactic Shock spins off, puts another 4 on for Rose. Avery Flactic Shock through again, and there's the call off. We have Killer Queen and Ludini at the line. Clear penalty box. Skaters know they're on TV. Here we go. Ludini negotiating at the front. Just keeps on pushing and breaking down that defense. Killer Queen locked up with Frostbite and LL Cool Slay and Decoy. Ludini once again negotiating with that defense. Able to slip past and put another 4 up for Rose. LA bridging out, but having to release after stretching the maximum limit of the track. And the jam is over. 10-point jam for Rose. Just over 20 minutes left as we head into jam number 6. Pippi Long Stomping and Rolling Thunder jamming. Los Angeles loses one blocker to the penalty box. I did not see the call. That's Rainbow Crash in the box. Rolling Thunder now re-engaging. Able to see an opening and slide through. Now we have a double defensive lockdown now. That's a disruptor Pop-Tart in action trying to clear it up. Los Angeles breaks out just at the last moment. 12 points Rose. Los Anarchists, former national champions, is my understanding, just now getting their league back together and running smoothly after the shutdowns from COVID. Nice to see them back here on the track and playing roller derby. I'm sure the future is very bright for Los Angeles. Heading into Jam 8, we have Pigeon and the Avery Flactic Shock at the line. A clear penalty box, so once again, both teams full strength on the floor. Avery Flactic Shock zigzags through and takes lead jammer. Pigeon now out on the initial pass. Pigeon re-engaging now with the pack, scoring points. Trying to sidestep in through the inside, but Honey Basher there to finish the job for Rose and send Los Angeles back to reset. Avery Flactic Shock continuing to score. One more pass and a call off. Los Anarchists put 4 points on the board, so now Los Anarchists in double digits with 10. My daughter, who plays for the Rosebuds All-Stars national team, learned about and discovered roller derby because we came here to watch Los Anarchists play against Rosebuds many, many years ago when Los Anarchists were a dominant force. And she was convinced at that moment that she wanted to play roller derby. So here I am today, 10 or 12 years later. The Abinator powering forward. Two defenders getting marched out. One having to drop, both having to drop. Now the Abinator on the initial pass. The Abinator through, puts 4 more points on the board for Los Anarchists. Abinator once again doing that march. Just trying to stretch out Rose, but the force is a bit too much at that moment. Here comes Punchline and Ludini leading into Jam 10. Just over 13 minutes remaining in the half, 18-85. Ludini looks for the opening on the outside, is forced out. Punchline takes lead jammer for Los Angeles Anarchists. Oh, nice offense planning, communication on the track. Punchline puts 4 up on the board and calls it. Los Anarchists now at 22. Rose able to steal 2 at the end of that jam. 87 points for Rose. Fluffernutter and Rolling Thunder at the line. There's the whistle. Rolling Thunder sees the opening and goes right through it. Fluffernutter forced in and recycled by Lucky Harms and company. Now Frostbite, Lucky Harms, LL Cool Sleigh with the tripod. Rolling Thunder working at the front. Los Anarchists keeping it tight, but Rolling Thunder rolls off and finds a way through. All right, now Killer Queen with the star is on the move, trying to cover ground. A huge apex jump for Killer Queen. Able to stick the landing inside the track. Oh, but they called a cut track just as you think you got away. Cut track called. Boy, that sure looked good for Killer Queen. Rolling Thunder now in a power jam puts another 4 points up. Now with 23 seconds to remaining in the jam, Rolling Thunder slowing the roll a little bit. I think maybe waiting to release Rosebuds blocker from the box. But sees another opening, gets through it, puts another 4 points up for Rose. Heading into Jam 12 now. Los Angeles will start with one blocker in the box. Mischievous and Bleeding Tart at the line. The whistle blows and both defenses are engaged. (9-7) with the stop, and then Pop Tart stops the stopping. Bleeding Tart now forced out and recycled. Still no lead, despite all the effort, and we have a little bit of a track pile up. That time we got a little bit of a call for injury. That official timeout brought to us by Deb Constable, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. Welcome to PDX. Let's line up for Jam 13. 8 minutes 44 remaining in this half. Scandalous and Pandemonium at the line. Pandemonium quickly through. Pandemonium dancing on the tape, can't keep it inbounds, goes back. Re-engaging now with Los Anarchists. Big disruption from Lucky Harms, creating some offense. Scandalous almost out, but LL Cool Slay at the last moment with the force out. Draws Scandalous back for reset. Meanwhile, Pandemonium also forced out and recycled. Pandemonium sees an opening on the inside. With a hop and a skip is through. Apex jumping. Scandalous pushing hard at the front, stretching out the defense. Rosebuds able to reset as the pack gathers. Pandemonium forced out, short recycle. Frostbite. Scandalous finally hammering through on the initial pass. Pandemonium on another scoring pass. Hits the pack one more time for a few more points and calls it off.
There are about 6.5 minutes left in this first half.
Harm Alarm, a reflectic shock jamming. Harm Alarm looks to the outside and hammers through and takes lead jammer for Los Angeles. Great defense from Los Anarchists right now. Slowing down a reflectic shock. A reflectic shock, very powerful, makes its way through. Harm Alarm now sees a reflectic shock coming and stops the jam at 3 points, preventing Rose from putting any more points on the board in that jam. Killer Queen and Ludini at the line. Clear penalty box once again. Everybody's on the floor. Killer Queen hits the tripod at the back. A reflectic shock, Ludini working at the front. I should know, Ludini with all the glitter in the hair. Ludini forced to the inside by Los Anarchists is recycled. Viper has the star now. I missed that star pass, but we'll head to the penalty box. So this is a power jam for Ludini and Rosebuds. Ludini quickly through, another 4 points for Rose. I got a shout out on our stream. Great job, RTT. Ludini takes a couple more and calls it off. Harm Alarm and Rolling Thunder at the line. Both jammers doing their best work. Harm Alarm breaks out, gets out in front. Pop-Tart with the attempted stop, but Harm Alarm able to evade. Completing the initial pass now on a scoring pass. And a little bit of a pile up. The harm alarm spinning off, hammering through. Rolling Thunder on the initial. Harm alarm looks up, sees Rolling Thunder coming in, and calls it off. 4 points on the board for Los Anarchists. Decoy, your brother in Colorado, says, "Love you, Decoy." I'm sure Decoy will be excited to hear that when looking back at this game. Another shout out, let's go Roses. Oh, they're going. Leading Tart now, lead jammer. Rainbow Crash on the initial pass. Engages with Rosebuds. Bleeding Tart sees the opening, slides through and calls it off. But Los Anarchists, once again, able to steal a point there. Fluffernutter and Pandemonium at the line. Clear empty box. Clear empty penalty box, if I can speak. Oh, no, we get somebody feeding into the box now. Pandemonium out as its lead jammer. Now completing the initial pass is forced out. Pocket Sand with the stop. Pandemonium steps aside and gets through. Pocket Sand with one last attempt, but Pandemonium able to brush it off. Pandemonium forced out and recycled. That was Punchline delivering that punchline. Star pass. Now Harm Alarm with the star is out on the initial pass. And Rosebuds say that'll be enough. Here we are already at halftime. Los Anarchists 34, Rose 158. We'll be back in just under 15 minutes.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Inquiry number 80393, company is Seba Guide.
right. Hello. Hello, and welcome back. For the second half of this game, Los Anarchists versus Rosebuds Regional All-Stars. Rose leading this game 159-34. Excited for the second half. Everybody's on the track.
Both teams ready to go. The box is empty.
A reflectic shock and the Abinator at the line. Intermission clock is done. And we're off. A reflectic shock hitting the pack hard. The Abinator working at the front of the pack. Sorry, continues to find Rosebud's defenders. And the Abinator is lead jammer for this first jam in the second half. Los Angeles doing a great job throughout this game to make adjustments as needed. Definitely learning as we go how to better play against these Rosebuds. I hear whistles blowing. A reflectic shock now is in the penalty box, but had passed off the hat. Decoy now the jammer of record for Rosebuds. The Abinator 4 points on the board already, now re-engaging for another pass. Here comes the offense. Fluffernutter clearing the path for a moment, continuing to try, and opens the door for Abinator. 8-point jam so far for Los Anarchists. Great way to start the second half of this game. Lucky Harms will head to the penalty box on what I believe was a directional. 11-point jam for Los Anarchists. I believe the highest scoring jam of the game for Los Anarchists. Both teams now with one blocker sitting in the penalty box. We have Minor Threat and Ludini lining up. 3-on-3 defense. And there's the whistle. Ludini forced out and recycled by Los Anarchists, but uses the opportunity to reset, find a new opening, and get through. Minor Threat continuing to bounce off those defenders. Pop-Tart with the force in and recycle. Ludini now on the second scoring pass. Both teams now in defensive lockdown. Each team with a single bridger. Ludini breaks free, puts another 4 on the board. Ludini now hammering through one more time. Minor Threat finally out now on the initial pass. I would assume a little worse for wear after that long Minute and a half battle just to be free. And of course, it's rewarded with a call-off. Pigeon and Rolling Thunder at the line. Los Anarchists serving one penalty box. Rolling Thunder finding the last defenders at the front, bounces off and through. Rosebuds with the force out, Pigeon recycled back, not too far. Rolling Thunder once again bouncing through, putting another 4 points on the board for Rose. Now both defenses in a cluster. Rolling Thunder still moving forward though. Negotiates through that pack. Rolling Thunder impacting pretty hard. Bowling ball through the pack. Los Angeles continues to reset though, making it difficult, but Rolling Thunder once again through. Rosebuds with a defensive lockdown, tripod at the back.
Both teams talking about the defense on the backside of the track.
Los Angeles laddering that defense to the front, continuing to get bodies in front of Rolling Thunder. Just when Rolling Thunder is about to be out, there's another body. Oh, great deflection there. Huge hit you'd think would have thrown Rolling Thunder out off the track, but Rolling Thunder able to stay inside and the end of the jam. 16-point jam for Rose that time. This time, Rose will start with one blocker in the box. We're going to have Harm Alarm versus Bleeding Tart as we head into Jam 3 of the second half. Bleeding Tart out front, lead jammer. Harm Alarm battling and rolling off, continuing to hammer forward. Kung Fu Skinny, last line of defense, will not let go, but has to relent. Bleeding Tart puts another 4 up for Rose. Harm Alarm now re-engaged with the Rosebuds, trying to find a way through. Once again, Kung Fu Skinny is going to be the last line of defense. And Harm Alarm able to brush it off and get through, put 4 points on the board for Los Anarchists. And Bleeding Tart says that'll be enough of that. 12-4, Rose advantage. Was 8 points in that jam. The Abonator and Pandemonium jamming. Rose with one blocker in the box. Pandemonium sees an opening, but we've already had a star pass. Now Killer Queen with the star in pursuit. Jammer foot race. The pack is on the move. Can anybody catch that fast pack? Pandemonium hits that pack, takes 1 point, and calls it off. We have Pippi Long stomping and Avery Flactic shock jamming. Once again, Rose with a single blocker in the box. But Avery Flactic shock with a sidestep through the pack is lead jammer. Pippi Long stomping, recycled, re-engaging, trying to find an opening, looking for some offensive help. Here comes a little bit of offense to loosen up that tooth. Avery Flactic shock, meanwhile, pushes through, puts another 4 points up for Rose. Los Anarchists bracing for the impact. Avery Flactic shock gets a jersey whip from Decoy. Old school. Fluffernutter now with the hat, continuing to try and negotiate that defense. Avery Flactic shock force to the inside, decides to call it off. Ludini takes lead, but Punchline slipped fast at the very moment. So we didn't want to spin that one out of control. Rosebuds say, call it. Punchline and Rolling Thunder at the line. Jam 7. One blocker standing for Rose in the box. Stream Team, more like Dream Team. Shout out to the crew running the live stream. Punchline lead jammer, Rolling Thunder in pursuit. Hits the pack hard and fast and is through. Punchline still negotiating. Punchline decides to call that one off before Rose can put any more points on the board. 1 point advantage on that one. 2 point advantage on that one for Rose, 3-5. Harm Alarm and Bleeding Tart at the line. Rose with one blocker in the box. And we're off. Harm Alarm sees the opening on the inside, takes lead jammer very quickly, and is on the move. Here comes Bleeding Tart, finally free and on the initial pass. Once again, we got a pack on the run. Harm Alarm sees Bleeding Tart coming and decides to call that off before Bleeding Tart can score. So far, neither of the teams in any sort of real penalty trouble. Decoy for Rose has 4. Shouldn't be in danger of getting to 7 before the end of this game. The Abinator versus Kung Fu Skinny. Kung Fu Skinny's first appearance as jammer in this game. The Abinator gets out and takes lead jammer. Now Kung Fu Skinny using that long stride to get a move on. Kung Fu Skinny able to negotiate quickly through the pack and is flying around once again. The Abinator now puts 4 points on the board and is chasing Kung Fu Skinny, who is not lead. Now the Abinator engaged in that pack. Still deciding not to call it off. Marching forward, trying to break it down. Kung Fu Skinny recycled, re-engaged at the back. The Abinator now being recycled by the Rosebuds crew. Calls it off. 4 points, 4 more points on the board. That's 8 points for Los Anarchists, 11 points for Rose. Los Anarchists up to 60 point, Rose 234.
Just go on the halfway through the second period. These teams fighting hard for everything they can get.
We'd like to thank our safety gear sponsor, 888, and 187 Killer Pads, official safety gear sponsors of the Rose City Rollers. Killer Queen and Avery Flactic shock jamming. Killer Queen out and lead jammer. This is happening now more and more for Los Anarchists. As I said before, learning as they go, improving their game as we speak.
So Queen got a little cheeky before getting up to that path. Harmon on the touchdown doing a great job for Navy from getting out.
Killer Queen working hard at the front. Circles around, finds one more defender. Decoy has to relent. 4 points on the board for Los Anarchists. Now already back around again. Finds an opening very quickly. Los Anarchists put another 4 on the board, up to 8 points in this jam. Now there's a star pass. LL Cool Slay with the star for Rose is trying to get that initial pass completed. Oh, Los Anarchists trying to make the call off, but simultaneously called for a penalty, of which I did not see. So the jam will now go for the full 2 minutes. Unfortunate set of circumstances for Los Anarchists. I got a mention from KW8090. This is an exciting game to watch. I agree. It's very interesting to watch these teams learn and grow, especially in real time. Another cut track called on Killer Queen. Killer Queen will head to the penalty box. LL Cool Slay puts another 4 point on for Rose, and that's the end of the jam. That jam ending will lock up the Los Anarchists jammer, Killer Queen, for the next jam beginning, so it'll be a par start for Rosebuds.
This team timeout brought to you by Welcome to PDX. Rose City Rollers, official realtor. Welcome to PDX.com. Also want to give a shout
We have an official timeout. This timeout brought to you by Deb Counts PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. Deb Counts Tabor, sorry. Welcome to PDX.
businesses on the banner here in the front door, or go to RoseCityRollers.com for the list.
Rosebuds confer right at the Jam on Hawthorne jam line. Los Anarchists take a leisurely stroll back to the track as the officials confer. We're down to under 12 and a half minutes to play in the second half of the game here. All right, and we're back. Killer Queen, Pop-Tart jamming. Pop-Tart, an experienced jammer, sees the openings and finds the way through. Kung Fu Skinny will head to the box. I believe that was on a cut track call. Nope, sorry. I'm probably wrong about that. Both teams in a cluster. Pop-Tart leg locked through the middle, but Killer Queen out from the penalty box just like leaps over that whole swarm. Pop-Tart looking for some help to break up that Los Anarchists defense. Killer Queen's impact to the pack, I think, does the job. Killer Queen spins off. Four more points on the board for Los Anarchists as well as Rose. Pop-Tart re-engaging now, sliding through. One last defender, forces to the inside, but there's the call off. Los Anarchists able to pickpocket 2 more points at the end there, 6-7 in that jam. Pippi long stomping and Ludini at the line. Los Anarchists start this one with 2 blockers in the box. Ludini finds 1 blocker, presses them out of the way, and goes through to become lead jammer. Pippi long stomping, finds an opening on the outside and runs through it as quickly as possible. Ludini in chase. We're going to have a jammer on jammer moment, but the pack is on the move. Ludini passes. Pippi long stomping. Calls it just as they engage, so I think slightly too early to get the point. Los Angeles skater down. Let's give a shout out to Porque No Taqueria, the sunniest place in Portland, voted as best tacos and Mexican food in PDX. Also, Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery, John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon. Sasquatch HR, making nonprofit and small business workplaces better. SasquatchHR.org. Rosebuds All-Stars would like to thank Mr. Plywood for their generous donation to our competition this year. It helps us with travel and hotel. Thank you, Mr. Plywood. We'd like to thank the Doubletree Portland, official hotel of the of Rose City Rollers. Experience authentic Pacific Northwest hospitality at Doubletree Portland Hotel. Other shout-outs, Portland Vital Signs, Trailhead Credit Union, Lionheart Kombucha, Gigantic Brewing, the Portland Mercury, and Secret Aardvark. Be sure to follow and tag Rose City Rollers on social media and to stay in the loop about all things Derby in Portland. You likely live near a Derby league. Get involved, skate, donate, volunteer and cheer from the stands. All of these leagues appreciate the growing support that we get from all of y'all.
Good to see something that we're doing up on your own strength. Doesn't feel good even though you have a helmet on to get knocked out of your head.
Rose City Rollers has games all year round. Head to rosecityrollers.com and check out the schedule. Get tickets for the next game. Coming up here at the end of May, we're going to have our adult teams championships. That should be an exciting game.
All right, we're going to get back to action here.
It includes a handful of skaters that have aged up from our juniors program. All right, at the line, punch line, Ludini's still locked up in the penalty box. I think that there was a low block assessed at the end of that last jam. So now Ludini's serving the penalty for it. Punch line forced out by Kung Fu Skinny and recycled, but is lead jammer. Zombie Basher goes to the penalty box on a forearm penalty. '74 Dynamite also headed to the box now. So Los Anarchists have strength. Los Anarchists pass the 2 remaining blockers on the floor, take their 4 points and call it off. Rose able to steal 1 there. Los Anarchists able to claw back quite a bit in the second half here. Like I said before, nice to see the growth, nice to see the learning in real time. Harm Alarm and Rolling Thunder jamming. Buds was still with 2 in the box. Harm Alarm is out and lead jammer after sliding past LL Cool Slay. Now Harm Alarm ducks beneath the defense. Passes through, puts 4 points on the board quickly for Los Anarchists. Harm Alarm once again through. 8 points on the board for Los Anarchists. Harm Alarm is figuring it out. Almost bypasses the entire defensive squad of the Rosebuds, but finds LL Cool Slay, who slows it down enough for the rest of the pack to reset. Continuing to stay active and push forward. Los Anarchists create some offense, but Harm Alarm is forced out and recycled. Rosebuds reset. Rolling Thunder are still working that tough defense at the front of the pack with Los Anarchists. High block penalty on Harm Alarm. So now Harm Alarm will serve some time in the box. Power jam for Rosebuds. Rolling Thunder makes the initial pass and slips through, putting 4 more points on the board for the Buds. All right, 12-4 jam there. Los Anarchists with 94 now. Rosebuds 262. We have Bleeding Tart, lining up for Rosebuds. Harm Alarm still serving that penalty from the last jam. So it'll be par start for Rosebuds.
6 minutes left to go in this half. We have a timeout. Which is brought to you by Welcome to PDX. Welcome to PDX.com. RCI's official realtor. Means we're getting back to action here in a few seconds.
Under 6 minutes remaining, heading into jam 15. There's the whistle. Bleeding Tart quickly through, taking lead jammer status. Harm Alarm now released from the penalty box. Harm Alarm re-engages, finding Decoy, Lucky Harms, and Frostbite. 3 tough defenders. Quickly a star pass. Killer Queen now with the star. Frostbite being the tough defender for Rosebuds right now. Decoy with the finish, but Killer Queen through, making the initial pass. Bleeding Tart trying to get through and put points on the board for Rose. Finally through. Killer Queen working hard at the back.
Bleeding Tart out and scoring points for the Big Zap in that pass.
The thing about games like this is that, like, despite the huge score difference, you're seeing like every game or every jam treated like a new game. So nobody's defeated. Everybody's continuing to work and figure out the game, getting better and better. There's a whole pileup happening down there. Results in a call off. Rose with 12 points on that jam. Los Anarchists put 4 up. Los Anarchists off 2 points off the century mark now. There's a whistle and then there's a stop whistle. Something happening now on the track, I'm not sure. Minor threat, Bleeding Tart. Now we're really starting the jam. Minor threat forced out, recycled, jumps back in. Now Bleeding Tart re-entering the track from the penalty box. Los Anarchists brace for impact, but Bleeding Tart moving too fast. Minor threat forced out, re-engaging now with Rosebuds. Bleeding Tart flying through again, finds a shoulder on the way. Pocket Sand with the force out, running back. Los Anarchists reset their defense at the back, so Bleeding Tart now hung up by that tough tripod. Mischievous at the front now, working with the hat. Kung Fu Skinny was the last line of defense, but is called for a penalty out of play. Mischievous engaging with the Rosebuds. Goes down. Rosebuds reset. Bleeding Tart at the front. Still continuing to wrestle with Los Anarchists. Both teams in defensive lockdown. Here comes Kung Fu Skinny from the box, though, going to create some offense. Pippi Long stomping and Pandemonium lining up. What is possibly the last jam of the game. Los Anarchists over the century mark at 102. Rosebuds 278. Last jam underway. Pippi Long stomping. Finding the force of Rosebuds. Pandemonium finding the force of Los Anarchists. Both teams doing a great job to defend here in this last jam. Decoy with the offense, clears the path. Pandemonium through is lead jammer. Lucky Harms gets called for a penalty and will head to the penalty box. Directional penalty. We've had a star pass, now Scandalous with the star for Los Anarchists. Game clock at 0, jam clock at 50. Scandalous manages to put 4 more points up for Los Anarchists before the end of the game. Los Anarchists finished 106, Rose 282 unofficially. We'll hear the official score in just a moment, but I assume nothing will change. Congratulations to both of these teams for playing an excellent game. We'll hang on here just for a moment for that final announcement, so we know it's all for real. There's the rolling whistle. Final score, 106. Los Anarchists, Rosebuds, 282. Thanks for watching. Stick around. The next game will be Rosebuds All-Stars national team versus the Santa Cruz Freaky Fridays. Should be an exciting game to watch. And that will be the final game of this tournament. Also coming up will be age-out ceremony for many of the skaters here. I know we're having a ceremony for Rosebuds. I'm not sure about skaters from other teams, but I would assume that's a possibility. So stay tuned. Thank you very much.
And there we go.
Spinning around one final blocker.
Oh, what a move to get around.
Going from 0 to gone.